3, 2, 1. What's going on, everyone? You're watching Ash on Comics. My name is Ash. Here is today's comic, Black Cat. I'm not sure what number it is. It's a small number. Oh, it's 1. Jeez, Marvel, can you make it any bigger? Joining me, as always, is Stan the Man. Stan, how you doing, buddy? Oh, there's not much drink left. Man, these reviews make me thirsty. Anyways, Black Cat is a Marvel property. Stan is the godfather of all comics, but Marvel in particular. And he's here with me to lend moral support. And because he's the man. Black Cat #1 recently came out. There's only one issue so far. It's by Jed MacKay. Don't know anything about him. Travel foreman, who's not good. And you might say, "Oh, Ash, man, how sexist and misogynistic of you to focus the camera on a certain area of the book here." But let's face it, there's one reason why people are buying this book, and this cover is it. There's a reason why just about every single variant cover was J. Scott Campbell. The Black Cat does not deserve her own comic. This is so stupid. But they got one. And basically, she's Marvel versions of Catwoman, but not as cool. And I guess she's kind of sexy. She works as a cool Peter Parker, Spider-Man character, very much the way Catwoman does for Batman. Kind of on and off again, love interest, but now with Mary Jane in the picture, you can't really have that. So she's kind of obsoleted, I guess. But hey, at modern Marvel, postmodern comics, the villains are the heroes. The hardcore progressive SJW fans of comics love their villains. They don't actually like heroism. They're very much attracted to the bad guy characters, the characters that don't follow the rules, characters that are self-impressed and are just about being awesome and cool. And that's what Black Cat is. Now, this book itself is not an ideological book. You're not going to see any SJW nonsense in it. But it's one of those books that's a product of this culture. You're going to see it has nothing to do with being a hero. There's no heroism to be found in this book whatsoever. This is purely a villain book. This is about a criminal who steals shit from people. And she's a bad person. And that's it. This is the type of comics you were... No, you never wrote comics like this, did you, Stan? You were all about telling good stories and having good role models for young boys and girls to have and grow up. Yeah. Sorry, Stan. Sorry to see what Marvel's become. The Frick Collection. Consider the cat. The cat goes where she wishes. Her charm, her poise, her passport. Who can deny her? The cat turns all eyes to her. Her glamour, her magnetism draws all attention. Who could ignore her? The cat accepts what gifts she is offered, and what she is not offered she takes. Who can refuse her? Pretty words, sure, but this cat likes pretty things. I'm Felicia Hardy. I'm NYCPD Hardy Felicia. This is a kind of a cool cut. I really did like this panel sequence of seeing her and then cut to, the mugshot. And then we see the security guards the Black Cat. Who? Felicia Hardy, the Black Cat. High alert, all points, eyes on female, mid-20s, white hair, black dress. Add stunner. Sigh. Stunner. Oh, God. Okay. What is with this neck? Good Lord, Felicia Hardy has a freaking thick neck. This is manly. Jeez, it almost doesn't have any indentation. It's for the side of her head, thick to neck. Wow. So we get these two security guards. Look, Sonny, relax. You think she's going to rob the place in a little black dress? We don't get paid to relax. You're too intense, man. Have an hors d'oeuvre. How'd you get those? You fight a caterer? The catering staff's a mess. A bunch of them are down with E. coli. They had to get last-minute replacements. And I'm hearing this now? Are you kidding me? Sonny, don't worry about it. It's cool. We got them from the temp agency. Damn it, Kevin. I have to vet these people. I'm head of security on this gig. You're not a very good head of security. Obviously, you didn't vet this fucker. I've got Felicia Hardy, Black Cat, in the building. And now you're telling me that there's an unvetted staff inside the walls? Listen to this guy, inside the walls. You prepping for the Ted offensive? Chill out. Have some steak frites and some creme fraiche. They're transcendent. This dope eating a freaking cracker. Felicia Hardy, the big bad Black Cat. Come on, how do you know she's here to rip us off? Maybe she's just here for a good time. I know her type. New Jersey Sheriff's Department. Ocampo, Sonny, so he's an ex-con. Okay. Odessa, darling, imagine seeing you here. This is Odessa Drake, the head bitch in charge of the New York Thieves Guild. Our relationship is complicated. Hardy, so nice to see you. A happy accident, I'm sure. You know who I am. There's nothing I do accidentally. A little while ago, I messed up a big haul for the guild. This is issue 1. What? It was the right thing to do. You don't have a moral compass. You're a thief. You're stealing. It wasn't again, they're heroes. But more importantly, it was a thrill. Yep, just do what you want, whenever you want. Don't worry about, morality. Don't worry about anything. It's just subjective truth. Subjective truth. I have terms that you will make this right with the guild, Felicia. First, darling, let me stop you there. You can train a dog to heel Odessa, but a cat, click. So apparently Black Cat now has retractable claws. Okay. A cat doesn't listen to anyone. Oh, brother. So they're being catty to each other. And then this guy, she has claws? Okay, I'm escorting her out. Sonny, no, this is so exciting. Nope. If her ass is out on the street, then she's not stealing anything. Like, worst security guard ever. What a dope. She's looking at the paintings. And these guys come in, they're looking. And some other guys come in, security guards, to escort her out. A tragedy. I love art. I'd take this home all with me if I could. I'll bet. You see these guys, and then painting's gone. Sonny is like, I know your rep. Respect. But you'll have to be satisfied with going empty-handed. And so the freaking idiot security guards scanning the cameras, apparently for deciding to do his job because he's bored, looking around and like, oh no, painting's missing. So he's escorting her out, and he's like, at the risk of running my gimmick into the ground, Mr. Ocampo, Sonny Ocampo. Ocampo, right. The thing about the cat, you see, is Screech. She never leaves empty-handed. Let me just say, I'm not a fan of Travel Foreman's art. I think his stuff is not, he's not big leagues ready. This guy should be drawing for like maybe Dynamite or Boom or one of the small indie presses. It's good enough for that type of stuff. This is not good enough for Marvel or DC. This Mini Cooper is like, so you couldn't find a freaking a picture of a Mini Cooper to trace, or at least like, I drive a Mini Cooper, so I recognize it like immediately. Like I can tell, but by the grill and you can see the little mini symbol in the front. Like, but it's so wrong. It's like, come on, dude, you're a professional artist. This panel is horrendous. I never leave empty-handed. So apparently someone watched the Italian Job a bunch of times and thought that, like, oh, burglars they all drive Mini Coopers. Look, oh God, this is so bad. It's not even close. And it's not a car for 3 people. This guy gets out. She's getting in the back seat. Let me tell you, it's like there's not a lot of room. It's surprisingly roomy in front. I gotta tell you, the Mini Coopers, like, lots of room in the front. I'm 6 foot tall. I'm a big guy. I don't put the seat all the way back. It's got plenty of room. It's really, you think like, it's a little tiny car, but in the front, but in the back, those seats are just for show. But yeah, anyways, I guess that doesn't matter. So, Jesus, they make it look like it's a freaking Cadillac. This is a Mini Cooper. It's like you could play football inside this thing. This car's ginormous now. And no problems, boys. Clockwork, boss. Child's play. Almost insulting. Cats have claws, but crooks have crews. These are mine. Dr. Boris Corpse. Wow, that name's on the nose. And really, wow, like, come on, dog. Dr. Can crack almost any safe, can hack almost any system, and the ones he can't, he blows up. Of course, because in postmodern comics, the characters can do anything. This guy can do anything. Bruno Granger, an ex-Army helicopter pilot, ex-Bagram heavyweight champ. Now, in my experience, helicopter pilots or pilots of any kind aren't gigantic brutes like this. They're just not. In fact, it's actually, if you're in the Air Force or whatever, you can be too big. If you're too big, like I'm too big to be a pilot. You have to be within a certain height range. But whatever. Like, so why didn't you just make this guy like an infantry grunt? I guess that would just be too plain. I don't know. Drives anything with wheels, flies anything with blades, and would raise hands to the Hulk if I asked him to. Of course he can drive anything. Of course he can fly anything. And of course, he even raise hands to the Hulk. So, has a bit of a problem with authority until he came to work with me. Of course, right? Like, because he can't work with authority except you because you're so amazing that even the guys that don't like authority will respect you. So they're driving away and she's talking about their blah, blah, blah. Oh, and then all of a sudden the hand ninjas come out of nowhere. Apparently the ninjas work for the Thieves Guild. I don't know. She just like punches them through the moon or the sunroof. Get lost. Like, why are the ninjas in Marvel like the worst? Just most. I feel like they just get a bunch of buffoons off the street, dress them up in ninja gear, and just like this is so stupid. And, I'm raging through. Get lost. The stars going around. How are they on us already? Hey, eyes up front, perv. Because she's changing out of her dress into her black cat costume. But it's like, you're the boss. Is that what you say? Eyes up front, perv. He was just trying to talk to you about the ninjas that are gonna come try to kill you. He's not. He didn't know you were changing. Like, he's not a perv. Stupid. Of course. Don't look at women. If you look at a woman, you're a perv. More ninjas, yeah. Boss, you got a plan? I got a plan, Bruno. We keep what we stole, we carve them up, and we don't take orders from anyone. Yeah, snappity snap. We're the best. Come on, then. Look at this car. Now, this is actually now too small for a Mini. But at least a little closer proportionate. Remember how gigantic it was right here? You could fit like a football team inside. Now, look, you're like, would 3 people even fit inside there? It's so tiny. And where did the sunroof go? Just ninjas. Apparently, ninjas is like an anime. There's like flying. The car's driving, probably 60 miles an hour, and they're through the trees, following a car. Nothing matters at Marvel. Oh, here we try to get Travel Foreman's sexiest shot. This is where Travel Foreman actually put a full 8 hours workday in. This page right here. And so we get this guy's getting his little gun thing out, and getting ready. He shoots a net. Oh, argh. Now, this is some of the better line work that Travel has done. Hey, look, they are going 60 miles an hour. Or actually, just under 60. Now we know why the ninjas are catching you. But this is bad writing. This is just dun 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 ninjas, and then it's like, okay, just show Felicia slashing around, and then show Guy, loading a gun, and then facial shot of, fierce Felicia, grimacing face of the driver, 60 miles an hour. This reminds me of like bad action movies where they don't know how to shoot action, so they get the steady cam and like dun 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 dun, do 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 do, wah wah wah, and it's just like nothing's really happening. You don't sense action, but they're trying to like, yeah, it's action, and you're like, and then she's pops down. Doc, Boris, what you got? Mustard gas or white phosphorus? Choices. Let's try to stay out of the Hague, Doc. Surrender to the guild. So, so you've got an army of ninjas on you, so you just stop in the middle of the fight to, pop your head down. This actually makes sense, except I thought she was a badass. Why is she now stupid? I'm glad that the writer realized that if you act stupid like this, the ninjas are going to get you. But it doesn't matter because, dun-dun-dun, here's a dude on a scooter. Give me the painting. Who are you? What? Ocampo. Sonny Ocampo from the party. So terrible dial. He's the fucking head of security. This conversation is so stupid. Who are you? I'm Sonny Ocampo. Right, the security guy. Are you totally obsessed with me now? And she's leaning down the car. Just this is totally stolen from shitty movies. I feel like someone watched a crappy movie and totally plagiarized this scene. This feels so cliche and dumb. What? No, it would never work. I'm no good for you, baby. You see? I'm bad luck. And the car's coming. You see a little rock. And I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. And she's just see you later, handsome. And then he's just clunk. Oh, sploosh. They needed a sploosh little thing right there. New plan, boys. I'll take the painting and lead these goons off. You two head to the hideout. You got it, boss. If you won't let me shoot anthrax at them, then I see no reason to prolong the conflict. And maybe don't commit war crimes between now and then. So, tally-ho, you mooks. Mooks? Jeez. So she leaps out with the painting to the ninjas. That's what life is. Something catches your eye, you take it. Okay. Hey, that actually kind of looks like a Mini Cooper. They kind of got the taillights almost right. And there's curvature. That's the thing about Mini. They're a lot of curves. Anyways, I'm a big Mini Cooper fan, so I was it's bothering me. Grrr! Comes in the water. This is so shitty action movie writing. Someone gets in your way, you get around them. Yeah, that's the way it should be. This is good Marvel Comics. Kids should be reading this. You want something, you take it. Someone gets in your way, you go around them. So dumb. Someone gets you mad about your outrageously fabulous lifestyle, screw them. Who would live any other way? And then later at the hideout, Boys, she says, this is an immense, gigantic hideout. It's like the. Meanwhile, at the biggest warehouse of the city, when no one would ever suspect the people would be hiding, to us. Yay, look at now, self-congratulatory, to us. Music, drinks, celebration, I'll put on a record. No, not a chance, forget it. It's his turn. No, anything but that. Okay, you've read all this stuff before. So, just doesn't this feel like, oh yeah, I've seen this in like movies so many times. It's just regurgitated. My boys, my crew. Well, this score will prove pretty lucrative indeed once my mysterious buyer gets in. Oh, but the buyer is here, my dear. What? No one could get in here without me knowing. But one man could. And it turns out it's her old mentor, the one that taught her father, the Black Fox, a.k.a. all these people. So do tell me, do you three have the nerve and the nose? I hate French. For the next step, my darling? So now they're going to work for him. Feels very... This feels very Ocean's 12. Look, here's Black Cat. Here's all the people responsible for this tragedy. There's the big ones right down there. C.B. Spolsky, Joe Quesada. Yeah. And, look. Here's the Black Cat story that no one wanted. Black Cat and her perfect purloiners, starring Lupin, Raffles, and Simon. Not pictured Irene. Oh, I guess Black Cat's an anime fan, and a manga fan, because she likes Lupin the Third. I don't know. By Now Fuji. More likely Now Fuji's an anime fan, but whatever. Oh, she sneaks in with her little kitties. Speaks in cryptogram. Kitties understand cryptogram. Meow. Meow. Cat's wandering around. Oh, meow. And, oh, look. Stole a necklace. Good cutie with the diamond necklace. And, oh, he's so cutie. Oh, good kitty. He stole the necklace. Meow. Oh, silly Billy got the little mouse. Squeak. And she's just like, oh, that's cute, but not quite. And she points, put it down. So the cat lets the mouse go. Oh, look, he's so cute, the mouse running away. She fills her bag with the jewels. Oh, so proud of herself. And, oh, I'm missing a kitty. Oh, the kitty's asleep. Go meow. Oh, good kitty. Oh, and then la la la, sing away. That's the end of the story. So stupid. And then consider the fox. And we get this story about the Black Fox in Leaving Miami. And it's a story about how he's going to rob Dracula. No, literally. It's the Impaler, the Dragon, Old Vlad. It's actually Dracula. And he's playing Baccarat with him and tricks him and gets this dude Bloodstone, I guess. I'm not familiar with him. Probably some Marvel F-lister character who hunts vampires, and he's fighting. He's attacks Dracula and his minions and stuff. The Black Fox grabs all the money and runs. That's like a master villain. And his plan is to get with his crew. And so you see they're fighting. He gets with his crew, got a convertible. They all hop in and they drive away. And then the crew members tell him, like, we want to go off on our own and spread our wings and be our own people. And he's like, fine, I can't hold you back. But keep driving because Dracula's following us. The end. And then we get this chat thing that I didn't even care to read because it's Tata, Boris, whatever. And coming soon, look, another reason, you're only going to keep buying this as long as J. Scott Campbell does the covers. Because he does do some pretty sexy covers. He's a hot artist. It's too bad you couldn't do something like this in the book. Remember when Marvel was so good that you could have artists like this in the comics? Now you get this crap. But they couldn't even do a whole book of Black Cats. They had to fill it with 2 sub-stories. This is a boring book. I don't really want to keep you longer. This video is longer than I wanted to say. It's not offensively bad. There's no social agenda here. But it's one of those books that's like a victim of the social agenda that it's just like, look at me. There's no heroism in it. It's just all selfies and self-aggrandizement and just self-congratulating, like, oh, we're the best and take what you want and screw everyone else. And it's everything that's wrong with comics these days. And it's got shitty art to boot. I can't recommend this. It's not a complete waste. It's not an America Chavez, but it's a 2-star book. I would not recommend wasting your money on this at all, unless you're someone who just wants to maybe collect some of the Chase variants for you think it might be collectible. But I don't think they will, because this book is going to go down it's going to go. No one's going to care about this book in 5 years. No one's going to be seeking it out. There's no clever writing of like, oh, this is a first appearance of Boris the whatever, the lock. Who cares? Screw this book. Stan, what happened, buddy? I'm sorry. So like, subscribe. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit the button for notifications and read the description. Do all the stuff you're supposed to do. I don't know. Thanks for watching. I really do appreciate your views. I know you could be choosing to view something else, but you chose to view this, and that does mean a lot to me. And if you have any suggestions, what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of, feedback. I love feedback. I'll see you later. Time for another Jail 8 webcomic. Number 49 by Yale Stewart. You're going to spank us? Normally that's reserved for adults. Yeah, adults and I suppose that's why you've shown up in your big boy britches, oh? Poorly made ones, too. Gah! Squirt. Oh, man.